My pleasure to welcome Imam Abdul Malik Mujahid. And Malik, welcome to the conversation.
Aljo, thank you so much, Mark, for having me.
I think we know in some sort of general sense how it has been a particularly dark decade for the Muslim community worldwide. But I know you as an activist, and you're recognized. I mean, I could detail all of the different plaudits, human rights plaudits that you've received, and I may, if time permits, a little bit later, but I just wanted to get some specifics put on that general sense of what's happening to the Muslim community worldwide.
Well, it's not just the Muslim community, but we may be the number one victims of it. I mean, there are more refugees in the world than World War II. And most of these people are product of wars as well as genocide. The largest refugee camp in the world at this moment is in Bangladesh, people who had to run away from Burma because of a genocide. Largest concentration camp since the Nazis is found in China of Uyghur Muslims. And just and you can name it. These things are going around in India. There are 2 genocide alerts. So largest democracy, and so you're talking about a substantial phenomena, all in one way or the other connects with genocide. It was 70 years ago that 149 countries signed a treaty to prevent and punish genocide. Unfortunately, those have been words so far.
You make such a good point. I mean, to concentrate solely on the Muslim community is to leave out some of what you're talking about, sectarian violence around the world. And it's as recent as the last couple of weeks in India, for example, you cited.
Yes, in India, just amazing thing is that here it is the world's largest democracy, so-called. And the Trump, one of the most powerful country in the world, its president is visiting. And just half a mile from where he was sitting in Delhi, the ruling party leader stands up, and next to that person, and it has been filmed and widely produced and shown, is the police leader, police officer. And he tells them that if you don't remove these peaceful people who are protesting against the controversial citizenship law, which denies Muslim citizenship, 1.9 million has been already declared non-citizens. Now they want to apply this to 200 million people. Now, India, until now, not many people have birth certificate. And in these areas about 50, 60 years ago, nobody had birth certificate. And poorer people, mostly illiterate people, whether they are Muslims or untouchables or Christians communities, they are hard pressed to produce those documents. If you cannot produce, you are in detention camp automatically until you prove yourself that you're a citizen. How are these people going to prove they are citizen? This was exactly what was done in Burma, that in 1982, they produced their citizenship document dating back to 1870s. If that applied to all Burmese population, there will be hardly any Burmese who will live in Burma. But they are applying exclusively to Muslims, telling them they are foreigners.
This aggression against Muslims is going on even as the American president was in India and sort of celebrating India. I know that he was feted in this way to sort of, all the things that our American president enjoys, big parades and big crowds and that sort of thing. But some of these things that you're describing were going on concurrent with his visit.
Oh, absolutely. And the irony is that he visited a city to speak 100,000 or so people. That city name is Ahmedabad, named after Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Then he spoke, he visited Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is a love story of a king and the queen. And the person who took him there says that he's gonna change the name of Taj Mahal to a Hindu god. And then he was sitting in Hyderabad, another Hyderabad house named again after a Muslim icon, and just a half a mile from there, this massacre was taking place on peaceful protesters. They were not protesting against President Trump or Modi. They just wanted their citizenship rights. And they attacked them. 46 were murdered. And police, instead of protecting, police actually participated in killing them and protected the attackers who were part of the Modi's party, who is the prime minister. And police, when a good Hindu human rights activist approached a judge that please at least allow ambulances which were being blocked by police to reach the victims so they could be transported to hospitals, that judge in the middle of night issued an order that ambulances should be allowed. Guess what happened? That judge was immediately the same night transferred from that area. And the next judge which came gave police 30 days to provide explanation instead of allowing ambulances to take care of the injured people. There are 500 people who are injured, and Prime Minister did not visit the area or the injured people or issued a word of sympathy. And second in command, Amit Shah, his name, he actually is the chief under which the Delhi police operates. And these are both people who are implicated in killing Muslims in Gujarat, because of which United States banned Modi coming to America.
Yeah, this is Malik. What Malik is saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you're essentially saying that this is state-sanctioned violence and state-sanctioned sectarian violence. Isn't that it?
Not only state-sanctioned, state
perpetrated.
Pre-announced it. I mean, BJP leader, ruling party leader, is recorded before the riot, standing next to police, threatening police, if you don't remove these protesters who were peacefully protesting with Indian flags and Indian constitution, then we will forcefully do that. And he's part of the paramilitary force called RSS, which is a fascist organization which promotes Hitler and Mussolini and established exactly the same time 100 years ago, but now it is powerful. They worship Gandhi's killer. So land of Gandhi itself is a danger. So our campaign is about not saving Muslim, it's about saving India. We got 1.2 million people there, 1.2 billion people. They all will be at jeopardy, not just Muslim community.
I really want to get to the situation in China, but before we leave India, I know that you feel that America really needs to take a leadership role in this way and against some of the things you talked about, if you want to put it that way. And yet we've sort of vacated that position.
Not only we have done in that area, but throughout the world. There is a United Nations Human Rights Council. August 2018, Trump administration withdrew itself from it. And I hope that Senator Biden, Vice President Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders will take a stand that we will enter the council again. But the problem is Biden is so much unaware of what is going on that while Senator Sanders have spoken very strongly criticizing India and Modi on what they're doing, Biden has remained silent. And now Biden has appointed a high-level advisor who actually on record, on Facebook and everywhere promoting Modi. He has photographs with Modi and says my parents were raised with Modi in RSS, which is the fascist organization, and he supports Modi. And his name is Amit Jani. And just the same time, a month later than when they reoccupied Kashmir and started taking citizenship away, Biden appointed Amit Jani not only as a high-level advisor, but outreach in charge for all Asians, and he claims to be doing outreach to Muslim community also.
That's insanity. That we should follow up on, I think, in another conversation. But with our remaining just a couple of minutes, I wanted to get to China. There are There are full-on labor camps in China involving the Muslim community, aren't there?
Well, the world is calling them concentration camp, and there are 2 survivors of those concentration camps in the United States, and I have met them. And right now, when Chinese schools are shut down, even in Hong Kong and Beijing, here are people in concentration camp, very tight spaces in which 1 square meter is given to 1 person, and they cannot even sleep properly in that situation. So they're sitting duck while coronavirus is going on. This more than 1 million to 3 million people are in the concentration camp. And just a couple of days ago, one of my staff, who is herself an Uyghur American, she confronted the Chinese ambassador, who is currently the president of Security Council at the United Nations, telling that my own 93 relatives are missing. Can I have information whether they're alive or dead and what is going on with them? And the way Chinese ambassador started responding, he said, this is all propaganda. None of that is true.
It sure seems as though it's a dark time. I know that you talk to, we literally only have a few seconds left. I want to ask you, I know you have a daily radio show for the Muslim community, and I'm just curious, what in the Muslim community in this country is subject 1, is topic 1? Can you quickly address it in the last few seconds?
The Muslim community has stood by them. We support them, we help them, we march with them. 100 Imams have issued a statement in support of the Uyghur community. We're trying to mobilize the rest of the world. So Muslim community, just the domain name is stopgenocide.org is established by my organization, and we are trying to address these issues by encouraging our senators and congresspersons and ensuring that it doesn't become a partisan issue, and human rights are equally supported by both parties.
Malik, thank you so much. Malik's information, do we have it up on screen? It's soundvision.com/Abdul Malik Mujahid. Imam Abdul Malik Mujahid. It was a pleasure to speak with you. I wish we had more time. I look forward to our next conversation.
Thank you so much, Mark. Totally appreciate you being here.
Malik.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.